All right. In this session, we would be discussing some additional tools that are available in the bokeh module. So the various tools that are available in the bokeh.models models module or the interface, we have these are the following tools you can see on the right. Now, if you don't specify the tools, we have seen that whatever type of plot you prepare, there's a default toolbar and there are 4 or 5 options which are automatically there. Like save tool is automatically there, the pan tool is automatically there, and so on. But you can customize it, means if you don't want to showcase all the tools, or if you want to showcase one or two tools only, so those can be customized. Like for example, I want to add a lasso like tool. Now this is not there by default, so I have defined the figure parameters here. So p is equal to figure, plot width is one parameter I'm defining, plot height, title I don't want to place, then toolbar location I want to place below, the key false, and tools is equal to lasso effect. Now there are two three things which you have to do here. So one, you have to make the necessary import. So from bokeh.models you have to import lasso select tool. I've given the names here so you can try your hands on it. So this first line you have to import from the bokeh.models. For example, if you want to introduce wheel zoom tool, so you will write import wheel zoom tool as it is, no changes. Okay. And then the second is this change, you have to give command p dot add underscore tool. So this tool you want to, so this is written as it is with open and close parenthesis, which will make the right call. And then finally, when you are defining the figure parameters, you have to write down another parameter here, which is tools equal to lasso underscore select. So this name also I have given here, that if I am introducing, the name is lasso underscore select, this is the name of the tool which you have to place here. So now I want to plot a circle. These are my x and y values, size 10, and you will see that an additional tool would be there. If I go into this, so this is my data. All right, so this is the import of lasso select tool. Okay, then you have to specify this extra parameter, adding of tool, and then finally in the figure parameters you have to mention last parameter if you see, which says tools is equal to lasso underscore select. It's very important. And once you do that and run this particular code and see here. So now there's a lasso tool here. Other tools are not there because now I'm customizing tools. So when I'm customizing, I have to mention what are tools or I want. It is not like that the bokeh will continue with the default tools and plus the tool that you have given. So either you don't specify the tool. If you are specifying tool, then you have to specify all those tools which you want in your bokeh plot. Okay. So since here I have mentioned only lasso, so it will show me only lasso. Other tools which are the default tools like save tool or the pan tool will automatically be gone. Then there are several styling visual attributes that you can perform. Some of like line color, some of them we have already done in our previous examples. Like line color we have done, line width we have done, line join we have done. So you can just play with your plots as much as you can. You know, the default appearance of a bokeh plot can be customized. It's like whether you want to do it or not. Like for example, line underscore join is very popular if you want to join all the paths. It is very popular in point plots. Okay, so if you want to have dash lines, like instead of solid lines you want to have dashes, then line underscore dash can be there. So different parameters are there which you can mention, and we call them as the visual attributes. Then there are fill properties. So if you want to fill path with certain color, so you can have fill underscore color parameter. If you want to change the transparency of color, so that varies between 0 and 1. So fill underscore alpha uh, parameter can be used. 0 means you want it to be transparent, 1 means you want it to be opaque. Okay, so these are certain fill properties that you can use. Means that, see, there are hundreds and hundreds of things that you can do with your plots. Okay, a little bit of research, a little bit of curiosity can help you in using these tools. You just have to go to the bokeh's website, just go through whatever options are available. They keep on updating over a period of time, and you just have to use. Once you are okay with the basic coding, once you know how you have to use the codes to um, draw a particular type of plot. These things are all secondary. These things are all secondary. These are nothing, my friend. These are very secondary. Then there are certain text properties, again, some of which we have used in the past. Okay, so text font is there, text font size, text font style, text color, text alpha, text alignment, whether you want it to be left, right, center, text baseline. So the vertical anchor point, so you can, for text to be top or middle or bottom or alphabetic or hanging, how whatsoever you want it. There are different ways you can, you know, design your text as well. So again, it depends upon you how you want to play with your plots. So if you want to change the text font style, so you can give italic, bold, normal, or whatever you want to use. Different parameters are there. If in all the tables I have mentioned the parameters as well, like width is depends upon you, the cap parameter, what parameters you can use. Now, how your plots will change, this is something you have to play with. Okay, some some self study, some self research will really take you a long way in drawing some excellent plots. Then customization of legends, something very very important I want to discuss with you, that you can customize your legends as well. Again, few different parameters that you have to introduce. Now these are the customizations that you can do with your legends. Like for example, you can change the legend font, you can text font size can be changed, the location of the legend, the title of the legend, the orientation means horizontal or vertical. Horizontal is by default, and other things. Okay. Then this is, for example, the necessary imports have been done. This is the data, X data and Y data. Okay. Line space will again give me evenly spaced numbers between these two. Okay. And the total number of values I want is 100. And then this is circle I want to introduce. So I have p dot circle function I have used, and p dot line I want to plot line and circle between X and Y. So legend underscore label I have defined here that I want my legend to be labeled as sin X, and similarly for line plot also I want it to be labeled like that. Similarly, I have introduced another line plot which is between X and twice of Y values, 2 into Y. So legend label would be 2 into sin X. I have changed my legend label. Then I have line underscore dash. Now this is a line property which I have discussed above, that you can introduce if you want dashed lines, and line underscore color, whatever color you want to change. So it is now, this example is including the line properties as well, and the line width. Then I want to introduce a square as well. So square between X and 3 times of Y values. So again, I have specified the label of the legend. Fill color don't want. So again, I have used a different parameter here, fill color. Line color, I want green. So this is line property, this is fill property. And then I have introduced line plot as well, X and 3 times of Y values, and so on. Now this is some additional function which I have to mention, which is p.legend.location. So where I want my location, legend location to be placed. So I'm showing it as bottom left. So if you come here and you want to customize your legend, so this is the entire plot I have, the X and Y values. Then these are the circle and line plot between X and Y, then line between X and 2 times of Y, and then the square and the line plot for X and the 3 times of Y values. And this is the extra parameter which I have defined where I want to legend. And if I run this, and what we get, see what a beautiful plot we have. What a beautiful plot. If you see this blue where the circle line plot and circles are there, okay, this is the plot between X and Y. Okay. Okay. So if or between X and Y I have mentioned two things. One, I want to introduce a line plot and the circle glyphs as well. Then this orange ones are the dashed lines, because we gave a parameter that I want line underscore dash parameter was given. So 2 into sin X value. So this is the plot between X and 2 times of Y values. Since only line plot was mentioned, so we will not find any other glyph on this plot. And this is the third plot, which is between X and 3 times of Y values. Okay. And here I have given the square glyph. So the square markers you can see here on the plot. Okay. So this is how it works. And such a see the level of visualization. It's so pleasing to the eyes. So loving actually, I should say. So that's how you customize your legends. Then you can place the legends outside the plot area as well. If you see that by default the placement of legend is inside the plot area. Okay, since I have mentioned bottom, so it is on the bottom. You can change the location as well, but it will be within the plot area. If you want to place the legends outside the plot area, okay, then there is another option that is viable. So you now this is a little bit, few more functions you have to define here. So necessary imports, X and Y data, the same what we have done. I want toolbar location above. Okay, so I'm mentioning that toolbar location in the figure parameter. Now these are R0 and IR1s, which is few separate parameters that I am defining here. Okay. RO is basically I want a circle between X and Y. I'm not specifying any other parameter. R1 is a line plot between X and Y. All right. So this is between X and Y. The same thing here. I use the word p dot line, p dot circle, and all that stuff. So here I am p dot circle, p dot line, but I am associating a variable. So I'm mentioning that there is a variable r naught which holds a plot between circle plot between X and Y, line plot between X and Y. Okay, R1. Similarly R2, so line plot between X and 2 times of Y. Then these are the additional parameters that I'm mentioning. Then R3 and R4 is basically the plot between X and 3 times value of Y. So this is square and line and some additional parameters. Now this is what extra I need to do if I want to plot my outside my the plot area. So I want one legend to be a sin x comma ro r1 because ro and r1 are showcasing the sin x values between x and y. Then r2 is showcasing 2 times values between x and 2 times of y, and then R3 and R4 are showcasing the plot between X and 3 times value of Y. Location I want in the center means outside the plot area, the center location. And then finally, I will place one more parameter, which is p dot at underscore layout legend, and I want it placed to the right hand side. Okay. Now let's see how this works. Let's see what type of legend it will deliver to us. So yeah, this is what I have. Okay. These are the all the details. Okay. So RO, R1, R2, R3, and R4, and these are the legend specifications that I have done, and then add underscore layout. So let's see how what type of plot comes to us. So tools bar is above. That's the location as specified. Now, if you see here that it is outside the plot area, you can very well see that things have gone outside the plot area. Okay, so in the earlier plot it was inside the plot area, but this time it is outside the plot area. So there are few additional things that you have to mention if you want to place the legends outside the plot area. Now, since I mentioned it to be here center, the location, the center. Okay, so it is basically on the center. If you see this is the center of this line. And since I placed here add layout right legend on the right hand side, therefore it is placed on the right hand side of the plot area, not on the left hand side or somewhere else. Right hand side of the plot area and in the center. Okay, so these are the two parameters that I defined, and you can see them right in plot. Okay, so simple. You just have to keep few things in your head how you really want to place the legends. So this is an excellent option that is available where you can actually place your legends outside the plot area, but then there are certain additional functions and parameters which I have just discussed you need to put up if you want to showcase your legends there. In the next session there is something very very different, very very technical, uh, but simple. Okay, there's an excellent property of bokeh plots that they can interact with javascripts. So since they can interact with javascripts, a lot of additional things, a lot of additional interactions can be done with your plots. Now how those interactions are done or how they can be done, how we can customize and all that stuff, so that I would be discussing with the next session. So till that time, uh, all the best.